welcome back to a new video. I'm the Autistic Artist, and today I want to talk about what I need an assistance dog for exactly. So now the promised video about more exactly what I trained my assistance dog for, what I'm going to need him for, and what we are trying to work on in the future. First, let's start with me thinking about an assistance dog for the first time. It started all when I heard about training with animals, therapy with animals. I thought about that and thought about how animals or how my cats kind of help me calm down when I'm at home, or help making me feel better in general, making my overall feelings about the world happier and everything. So I realized that animals do have a great benefit on my health, and thought about animal therapy or walking dogs from the shelter next city or stuff like that. And then I watched videos of people with assistance dog, for example Molly Burke and her guide dog and her journey of getting a new guide dog, but that was later on. It made me start to think about assistance dogs and research about assistance dogs and autism dogs, which they are not called like I recently was informed. Which they are not called like, so they are not autism dogs, they are just assistance dogs for autistic people. I read that from another assistance dog owner, so that's what I earlier said, I guess, just so you could connect that there's an assistance dog for people, autistic people. But it's not the right wording, so sorry if I called it the wrong way. I started to research and started to follow other accounts of autistic people who have an assistance dog, and it felt like this could be something for me. I also go to group therapy, or kind of group autistic talk, where we just exchange things which happen being autistic, other people's reactions, our way of solving things, or if we need help with a social situation or something like that. And one of them has a dog, and the dog happened to sit next to me one evening when we talked, and I had to talk about something that was pretty upsetting for me, or wanted to talk, like I wasn't forced to or anything. And the dog stood up and laid himself next to me on the floor, and it's pure magic for me, because I calmed down. I felt so much better just with him being next to me, and that sign and that calmness that was going out from him. I was able to talk about it in a little more relaxed way, and didn't feel that exhausted afterwards. And it's the magic of animals, basically. Like it helped so much that I really got thinking about an assistance dog. And after my diagnosis, I was pretty sure that that's something I will have in the future and I will be looking out for. But I wasn't like thinking about how soon. In summer then, I thought I have time now, let's look up where and how everything works, basically. And I looked in the internet and found the organization I'm working with now and a few others, and I called the organization, and things went pretty fast from there on. I have a video about talking about this whole process. I will hopefully link it if I forget. I'm sorry. Maybe someone in the comments can do it or can remind me of it, and then I'll do it. Anyway, that was kind of the first step into it, and on Instagram, and so I learned what the dogs can do, and through a documentation about anxiety dogs that I watched a few years ago, I also knew a little bit, and through watching the YouTube videos of assistants / guide dogs, I kind of knew what to expect, at least a little. And then I had a talk with the organizer, and I had a talk with the leader of the organization who will take care of me or is taking care of me, and we talked a little bit about it. And at the last meeting we had with the dog itself, we talked about what can this specific dog do for me, because with assistance dog, it's for every human dog pair, it's a different thing. You need to look at the specific pair, at the specific dog, at the specific owner, and how things will work out for them, and what I can expect from him, being a dog with his own feelings, with his own fears, and his own personality, and how we can work together. And what we trained now is him reminding me of when I'm stressed out as a first thing. I am a human being. I am someone who can easily get into... I'm someone who, which is connected to autism, can easily stay in a situation without realizing that I need a drink, that I'm too hungry, that I'm very exhausted already. I'm kind of so focused and so in the thing that I can't really get out that easily. And with no one reminding me or anything, I can stay in there, and when I finally get out of the situation, everything crumbles down and the energy is gone and everything. And it happened that in those situations, not only working on a project, but also talking with someone, or being in a, for me, stressful situation for too long. Afterwards, I have to pay the price with me mentally feeling very ill, and having to work on it, and having panic attacks, or being depressive for a long time, and things getting harder for me. So that's something I am also personally working on, figuring out. First, there's a sign we kind of train him on. When I get too exhausted, I happen to do something with my right hand. Most of the time, doing this with my hand down, hanging down, and just twirling it like that, as a method of getting rid of that stress. It's a late-ish sign, but it's not too late if he catches it like that. So if he sees me doing this, then he will put his paw on my kind of upper knee area, upper leg, above the knee area kind of, and will take the attention away from the situation I'm in to him, and reminding me that it's getting too stressed for me and that I need to catch a break or stop doing what I'm doing, especially in supermarkets. That's not only for me working on something or me being in a stressful situation in general. It's also for being in supermarkets. They are an autistic's nightmare. A lot of other situations, kind of specifically situations that stress me, because that sign is just something that happens there. And the goal would be that through time he will not only know that sign, but with him having different senses and stronger smelling senses and everything, that he will get signs that lead up to this, and kind of can sing it is faster, easier, and through that I will even earlier notice that things are going to go into the wrong direction, basically. So stress and me getting around with stress that happens because I'm autistic and the world isn't built for me, that's a great point that we are working on, a huge thing. There are also things like what I can do when things are already out of control. It's when the anxiety is already there, then he will do things that anxiety dogs, assistance dogs do, like deep pressure therapy. So with him having his head above on my upper body to calm me down, and another thing that I will do is then go just on a walk with him to get out of that situation, out of that fear, into the cold air, and get kind of my stress to get out of me, and breathe fresh air. It's something that really helps me when I'm just so into that fear mode and I can't come out. Then taking a walk in the middle of the night is something that really helps me. If you are curious about how I deal with the anxiety and how that was like the last time this happened, I was posting about it on Instagram, about my whole process. It started with a picture. I was sitting just in front of our house. The lights from the street lights were shining, and I was just sitting there going through hell, and realizing that this will be a part of my life. It wasn't an easy time, but it's something I have to deal with in my life, and through an assistance dog things will get easier, at least that's the plan, and I hope that that's a way that I can deal with this in the future and make my life easier. Then I also have a command that we will teach him that will bring me out of situations. He will basically just lead me to a bank nearby, and so I can. Banks are usually not in the human crowd, and if he guides me, kind of like it's a guiding thing in that part, and he will have like a leash part-ish thing that I have to grip. It's not like the things for guide dogs look like. It's kind of a mix. It's kind of a mix of a leash and a guide dog harness that I can grab, and then he will guide me to the next thing where I can sit on, can calm down, get out of those stressful things that happen for me when I'm in a crowd of people, and calm down and stop myself from getting into the panic mode where I can't really do anything, and when I'm like in a city where I don't live, but I am a lot of times of the week, I kind of need some energy to come back home and to recharge. So with him doing that for me, I can recharge at least so long that I can make it back home, basically. So we focused on those 4 things. He will also learn basic things of being a guide dog. He will also learn basic things of being an assistance dog. So he has that basic training. That's what he's done now with the things he learned, so we can walk around. It's more disciplined, and things like him coming back to me when he's not on a leash, because assistance dogs have specific rights for them, and they can walk without a leash. and stuff like that. Basically, this is what I still need to learn, but he is already done kind of learning it. I know being done with learning is never a thing with dogs. You need to train it again and again, and I'm aware of that. But we will do that together, starting kind of now, but in the future, basically in the close future. Yeah, we will also look at other things that we can do in the process, and I'm not done training him when he becomes a guide dog and we are living together. That's kind of the start, and we will see from there on how things will do, how things are going. And I will keep you updated about this. Yeah, that's it for today's video. I hope this was interesting for you, and we will see each other in the next one. Bye!